today we got Gracie versus Ronaldo Jacare in a old school matchup. Man, one of the best matches in Jiu Jitsu, very historic match, right into his closed guard. So that was actually really cool. You know, a lot of people have trouble getting to their closed guard, but that's something that Hadra mastered. You can see Jacare is like, nope, set him back up. Back in those days, you could argue with the referee. You can see that he's got the feet on the hips and just allows for more control. He switches back to a closed guard. Jacare's doing a great job of watching out for that underhook with that 2-on-1. I don't know if he controlled the elbow, but he was able to get the arm across the body. And then normally he looks for the back control. So he switches to the back normally. From here, you see this grip around the shoulder. And now he's got arm bar. And Jacare, he's trying to get out. He's trying to get out. He's actually cleared the elbow, which is what you need to do. And nice, he's able to force Hadra into turtling. I don't suggest you guys stay here like where Hadra's staying. But like I said, he's got great defense. And then Jacare just throws that hook in. Man, woo, he threw that hook in fast. That was quick. Boom, right in. So right now he's got one hook in almost. He comes out. So when you're going with someone this big like Hadra, it's really hard to get that hook in and maintain the position. So we kind of saw that with Marcelo versus Hadra. Jacare is going to keep trying to get that hook in to score points. I think he's a little too high. A little too high for what I like, but he's got one hook in so far. Up, two hooks. Uh-oh. Jacare's still on the back, looking for the choke. Hadra kind of chilling. You're going to see something Hadra does really well is get his hips above his opponent's hips. So even when you take his back, you're going to see him do like, I consider this like a hip heist almost, but he gets his hip out over his opponent. And so now it's really hard for Jacare to keep the position. Now we're in a 50-50 kind of situation. You know, nowadays people go for ankle lock and all this other stuff from 50-50. Hadra's doing a good job of off balancing. And looks like Jacare, he's trying to fight back up. Come on, fight back up, fight back up. Nice. Back to his close guard. So now Jacare's doing a different approach. Before he was just standing up. Now he's got his hands in the armpits and he's trying to establish his base. And he's doing a great job of utilizing the feet on the hips. And that just helps you get a better angle for your attacks and just kind of helps you keep the person from posturing up. And I think we're going to see him looking for the underhook on one of the legs. There we go. Hadra's working a high guard. We call this a high guard when you work your legs up to your partner's shoulders. And then there's just nowhere for Jacare to go. Where's he supposed to go? And then once he gets the leg over the head, I mean, man, there's not much you can do. From here, he's going to extend his hips. And then what Jacare needs to do is, instead of going up, because, you know, he's taking damage on his arm right here. Yeah, So when you guys get stuck in armbar, you don't go up. Don't stand up. You need to keep your weight on your partner. Keep the pressure. Once you stand up, you're extending your arm. But like I said, it's tough in these tournaments. And then something that Jacare did, I mean, he obviously didn't tap, but he's able to step over. And he used that to help clear the armbar. But the damage was already done. You guys can't see it, but I think he broke his arm. He's able to go out of bounds. You got to weigh that risk if it's worth it to you. You got to remember this is the finals of the World Championship black belt. So we just had Jacare escape this crazy armbar, breaking his arm. But there's still time left on the match. If he were to stop and get his arm checked at, that would probably be the end of the match. But, you know, Jacare being the warrior that he is, he decides to continue fighting. Back on the feet again. And now he's going to play, we call this pulling the tete-a-day, you know, play like tete-a-day. So he's kind of moving around, trying not to engage. I mean, you guys can see his arm is obviously hanging down. You know, Jacare's just trying not to engage. Hadra's forced to kind of go after him. The pressure's on Hadra to get a takedown or make something happen, but Jacare's doing a great job of just kind of playing around the outside of the ring. His arm's by his side, so he's just utilizing his one arm that's still usable. And pretty much just circling. Circle, circle, circle. Hadra manages to get a takedown, but it's right on the edge. So a lot of times that's not considered a takedown. Jacare's doing a good job circling, not really engaging. Hadra goes to pull guard again. Now he's in like a half guard, half butterfly guard. Can't really see. So Hadra's playing this. Now he's in a reverse de la Hiva. Jacare gets out. You see Hadra's upset. Hadra's like, man. Hadra upset. He upset, man. Jacare's moving. He's moving around. Does a little foot sweep. Guys, if you enjoyed this video breakdown, be sure to check out this other video right there. This is kind of the reason that Jacare ended up fighting MMA, because he like broke his arm, didn't make any money, and then like, you know, the people running the tournament didn't help him out. So he was like, man, screw this, I'm gonna fight. make some real money